Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin product, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Wow. What's going on, y'all? Hold up. Let me make this post on Instagram. Love and Marriage DC reunion part 1 review on my YouTube now. Okay, and we'll see how many people get the post. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how many people get the post. If y'all can do me a favor, those of y'all that are Discord people, put it in a Discord, please. Just so everybody can get the notification, because sometimes y'all know how YouTube be about these notifications, girl. But I am back, y'all. Hi. Hi. Oh my God, I missed you. Okay, so first of all, before I get into Love and Marriage DC, girl, because that's cute and everything, but that's not all I do. So y'all know I had my live performance in Dallas this week. It was really amazing, life-changing situation. I really can't wait to do more live performances. I miss being on stage in that capacity. It was just a really crazy experience. Just the whole thing, like, just amazing. And my nerves were everywhere. And I got up there and I sang and I was scared that it didn't sound good because I was so nervous. And then I heard it back and I was like, no, but it did sound good. You were good. You did what you were trying to do. And so I posted my monologue for my members. Later today, I'm going to put it up for everybody on my website. Not here, on my website. It'll be free for everybody on my website once I put it on there. Right now, it's only been given to the members and stuff. Because, just a little something extra. You know what I'm saying? Just a little something extra. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't come to y'all with the private bullshit for Love and Marriage Huntsville girl. Okay? Now, listen. I'm trying to give everybody a chance to get here because I didn't tell nobody that I was coming because I didn't know when I was going to be able to come. All right. I had a workout to get done, girl. Okay. I had to eat, I had to see what Lyric was doing, like, before I decided to come to y'all with the bullshit because this could have waited until tomorrow. But I was like, no, I'm feeling away. I am very much feeling away about Love and Marriage DC and the way it all went down. So I need for people to understand I'm about to be extremely honest in this review. And that is not that easy. Okay? Because I feel like I'm going to offend some people. And you don't always want to offend everybody. You don't. You don't. You don't want to always offend. You don't. But I'm going to tell the truth, how I see it. And it's a part of my therapy. So call it how I see it when I see it. Okay? So we're about to get into it, but let's talk about the looks first. Let's keep it cute first. Let's do the looks first. Let's keep it cute. Okay, let's just keep it cute for a sec. All right. So this is not the only picture I'm gonna pull up. Okay, but I do want to pull up this picture with Carlos, dressed like 2022 Luther Vandross. I'm not going to shade him without extending a hand to pull him up. Shout out to Funky Dineva because I'm gonna go ahead and point out how Carlos does not color his beard. Like everybody else that I feel like either like old men who want to pretend like they're not old or insecure men or gay men. Really, I feel like it was more so gay men that I feel like started out coloring their beards and hairs to this very Barbie-like quality, looking like paint. But now everybody wants to do it. And, like, I just kind of feel like y'all think that shit look cute and that shit is embarrassing. And that's just how I feel. Like, as soon as I see the paint under the skin, I'm out. I'm out and I'm done. So seeing the salt and pepper at the bottom of Carlos' beard, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. But Carlos, you're an agent of chaos. You're an agent of chaos. You're a mean, messy old church lady. And I appreciate you, okay? Because I make a pretty dollar off of your productions, okay? I really, really do. And I appreciate it. But I'm going to just go ahead and say it. The hyena-like laugh, the problematic questions, the misogyny, the pretending to be so cool, and have such mutual respect for the women, but then kind of really having more of the respect for the men because you sometimes throw the women under the bus, even as a host, even as an executive producer. See what I mean when I said I was going to be really, really honest and, you don't always want to, but sorry. Love your doll, okay? Love your work. But geez. Geez. Some of that shit, the questions you ask, the way you frame the questions, and we'll get into it, but it's problematic for me. But however, the salt and pepper in your beard is everything. And I appreciate you for not being one of the men who is now graying, pretending like they're not graying, because it looks amazing. You look amazing. And if niggas want to wear glittery suits, Luther did it. You know what I'm saying? So great. You know what I mean? Arena. First of all, I hate the fact that Jamie doesn't have any socks on. Nigga, you look like Humpty Dumpty. Not even, it's just the way he's sitting. Like Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. I love the jacket. I wish he had on socks. I wish the pants weren't so tight. I just feel like there's a point where we need a little slack because you're going to be sitting. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, Jamie looks amazing. Okay. Arena looks amazing. But Arena also looks sad and really very vacant in the eyes. We're going to act like we're not seeing it, but I'm seeing it. I feel like I see very much sadness written all over Arena's face. No matter how beautiful she looks sad in the eyes, but she looks impeccable nonetheless. Okay. And let's hold. Okay, I feel like Quick wasn't doing anything special. Another man that I feel like really wish you would have had on some fucking socks. But you know, that's what y'all like to do. Ashley. Ashley. Okay, if Ashley ain't gonna do shit, she gonna serve you a look. Do you hear me? If Ashley ain't gonna do shit, she gonna serve you a look. Okay. I love this color, her makeup, her hair, her body, like the shoes. I mean, it's everything. It's everything. Like honestly, the truth of the matter is most of Quick's energy towards Ashley feels like fear. And I think it's because he knows she can use that really nice left leg to not only walk over him as she walks out the door. Okay. I'm just saying, she not only can she use that leg to step over him and walk out of the door, okay, but she can take it on her way to the bank. Because she has, and by his own admission, raised him. She's raised him. That's what she said. And you know what kills me is that motherfuckers are gonna be offended by us using the things that they've said to prove points. But it's cool when they do it and they come out with their little cue cards and shit. I'm gonna leave it alone. But Ashley, girl, the look is everything that it needed to give ever in life. And Windsor, I love. I love the color. I love the shoes. I like the hair. I don't know how I feel about the gloves. I don't know how I feel about the gloves. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like it's giving church lady and it doesn't need to. Okay. You better sign my papers and get my divorce. Been lying for the last 2. You've been lying. Okay, listen. Y'all better get that single. Better sign them papers and get that divorce. Yeah, no, I love Winter's look. I love the fact that she chose to wear red. I just don't know how I feel about the gloves because I feel like I would have wanted to see her arms. Like I don't know why, but I feel like the gloves are throwing me off and I wish the gloves weren't there. But besides that, I love the red. I love how big it was. I love that she came to, she came to serve. I feel like they thought they was about to play her like a friend to the show. And she showed up like, yeah, bitch, I got a fan that say I'm a friend to the show. I'm good with it. And I'm still going to come out here and outshine y'all because that's what I did the whole season. That's what I did the whole season, girl. Like outshined everybody. Sorry. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna get to Miss Monique, girl. Don't you better wait on it. Okay, you better wait on it. Cause listen, if it's one thing I'm gonna do, if it's one thing I'm gonna do, is go up for the perfection that is always Miss Monique Samuels. Okay, the locks. I mean, I feel like this picture is not even doing it the justice because she had like glitter all in her hair. Beautiful. Riley Knox did amazing with this dress, this gown, this creation. But Riley always does well. That's why Monique always looks this damn good because she got a crew that she stick with. Jeff is always giving the makeup. Hey, Jeff. Okay, I love Jeff. Jeff is our makeup artist. He's amazing. Okay, child, one day, Jeff gonna beat my face. I'm putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? And one day I'll be able to afford to call Riley and be like, hey girl, hey. Okay, listen. Got an event, need a dress. You're the girl. You know what I'm saying? You're the girl. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I love, yes. Are those her real life? Yes. Well, I think she gets like extensions from time to time, like on her real locks, but her hair is actually locked. Yes, it is. But I think she does, extensions on them sometimes because normally we see them in their like shoulder length. So I think that she's got them extended for this look, which is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Everything. I mean, honestly, the locks were like the best thing she could have done. I don't care what nobody say. Like it is definitely her judge. Like I'm glad that it was something she figured out for herself because yes, okay, no, not alive. I just want the picture. We're not gonna show just the picture. It doesn't matter. I feel like I loved all of her looks, but the locks are everything. Her yeah, see those are her locks like in their natural state without any extensions on them. This is beautiful. This is very, very beautiful. Um, but yeah, y'all. Okay, I wanted to go over the reunion looks, and now that we've done that, and we see that everybody looked amaze balls, we can go ahead and get to the nitty gritty of the reunion. And I'll I'll probably make some foes, okay, or people who do what they always do and act like they don't hear what I say. I prefer that. Okay, continue to act like you don't see me. Okay, don't get mad now, girl, because I'm only doing my job. I'm only doing my job. Okay. Okay. All right. So Monique says she doesn't understand why Winter was painting this picture that they were friends. Winter never texted her first unless it's about contracts or the show. Mm. I feel like we've been doing reality TV show for a long time, folks. We know that people are often introduced on shows as friends, but they really aren't friends like that. I think we all understand that. I don't think that Monique and Winter had to be that close of friends in order for her to handle this situation a little bit better. So that's why I'm not giving that whole we wasn't really friends like that. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I hear you and I got you. But at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. And there seems to be a lack of accountability on the part of everybody except for Winter. She started the mess, Monique. She started the mess, Monique. Did she? Or did she just keep the shit going? I don't know if she started it. I feel like she kept the shit going. I feel like Ashley and Arena thought they were going to be able to mean girl the friend to the show. She was only going to be a little 2-3 episode blip and y'all were going to be able to pluck her off and then it would be about y'all. But that's not how any of these things goes when Carlos is in charge of the girls. When Carlos is in charge of the girls, Carlos is going to follow where the mess is. And the mess was how quickly y'all turned into mean girls when it came to Winter. The very first episode, y'all were in the crowd making fun of her. When y'all did the dinner quick, you were making fun of her. And the fact that y'all gonna sit up here and act like that's not what y'all did before she said anything about Quick being fun size or Jamie being a red light special. Are we really gonna do that? That was very, very annoying for me this entire reunion show, is that everybody is acting like everything Winter said wasn't a response. Everything Winter said was a response. It was not out of thin air. It was all because of the way y'all came at her. Y'all tried to clown her. Y'all tried to make fun of her. And y'all felt like y'all could do that because she was just a friend of the show. It was a way for y'all to, make some shit happen without having to get into confrontation with the people that were actually a part of the cast, which were the other couples. Because Ashley, I feel like you wanted to go at Monique's neck way harder than you did, but you kind of chose not to. Because you weren't sure how you were going to be received by the public. Until after the fact. That's why she's leaning into aggressive Ashley. That's why, she's leaning into, I'm the favorite. I'm like, are you? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Quick said that. He should say that. If nobody else says it, Quick should say it. And he's going to say it because he is definitely afraid that at this big age, now with him looking like a grandpa in the face, but still having a little boy body, that you're going to leave him after all these years of raising him. So he's going to do everything you want him to do. He's going to say exactly what you want him to say in front of everybody. You ain't going to have to do nothing but give him a look. And I respect it because you put in your work. So at this point, you should be able to give Quick a look and he should correct. Correct. Absolutely. That should be happening. So Quick says Ashley was the star of the show. Winter says she doesn't regret a thing. But then later on, Winter will say she regrets, coming on the show if it was going to be all of this. And I'm like, which one is it? Which one is it? See, Winter, what we're going to have to deal with, okay, is that you're going to have to let go of the church lady pretense shit. And I feel like it's a struggle because everybody got their thing that they need to heal from. And whenever you heal from something, you have to start acting differently. And a part of acting differently once you've healed from something is to be completely honest about how you feel about things when you see them. when they happen. And Winter hasn't started really doing that as of yet. So that's something she's going to have to deal with, within herself. Because I feel like that was her pitfall this entire season, is that Winter was not able to just stand in the shit that she said because she feels like that's not what she's supposed to say. Even though that's how she felt, growing up in the church, having her understanding of the way Southern women, not Southern, because I don't know if Winter's Southern or not, but it definitely gives Southern charm type of like upbringing to me. Even if that's not where she's from, Winter gives me kind of the way Mel and a lot of women, they kind of give their nice nasty, especially if they're, going to thank the Lord when they get their awards. You know what I'm saying? They know they have to carry themselves a certain way. They know they can't say things a certain way. And I feel like Winter is aware of that. But now that we're on reality TV, we have to strip ourselves of that understanding. Whenever we say something that we know people are going to feel a way about, we have to stand in it. We have to be like, and yeah, said all of that. Let me tell y'all something. It's something that I learned in fucking middle school. People used to love to take the shit I said and then try to come at me with it. And I learned at a very young age, if I said it out loud to somebody, I'm going to be prepared for whenever it comes back around to me. And whenever people will come up to me in high school about something that I had said, I'd be like, yeah. Now what? Do you know how often people did, they don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do when you have no regrets and no, qualms about whatever the fuck you said. Yeah, said that. Sure did. That's how it felt. And I'm also one of them people that'll be real and tell you, I'll say shit behind your back just because I don't feel like arguing with your ass about it. But if you ask me what I said, I'll tell you. But every conversation about you don't need to be with you, because I don't need to argue with you about every thought that I have. I don't. But if you ask me about it, no, it's gonna get said. And also, no, a bitch like me, it's hard for me not to be honest. So if I said it behind your back, no, I've already said it to your face. and I've noticed how you took it. And so then I was just like, all right, I can't say that no more. Got it. Because they didn't take that well. So they're not going to be able to take the honesty moving forward. So now I'm just going to have to say what I got to say about you behind your back. And then if you ever come to me and ask me, then I'll be like, yeah. But remember when I tried to talk to you about it and you got all upset? Well, that made me feel like I couldn't communicate with you anymore. So now I'm going to talk to other people about you. It's never like a secret, y'all. Y'all know what I mean. But you know how if you get into it with somebody and you like, they say this, I say that, this felt like this. And then they like, why are you talking to that person about what happened? Because, bitch, when I tried to talk to you, it didn't work. I had to get it off somehow, bitch. I had to communicate with someone I couldn't communicate with you. Okay? That's how it be. And that might be too honest to some people, but call me what you want to call me. I don't care. Monique didn't like her edit. Monique, we're going to talk about that. We have plans to interview Monique after the second part of the reunion. So, Monique, we're going to talk about what part specifically did you feel like they weren't getting your portion of, so that it would have been a more even keel understanding of you. Because I personally feel like you didn't get a bad edit. I don't think you did. I feel like you said in your interview with the Jasmine brand, you were used to pull people in. And then when it came to the things that were actually happening in your life that weren't always you bitching at Chris, and I'm saying that because that's how they felt. That's not because that's how I felt. But I feel like you realized Carlos played you. And I feel like that's the same feeling that Mel had at that last reunion show, when you realize that somebody is really playing you like heavy, heavy, heavy. And you realize that you can't say anything about it. And you just kind of got to take it because you're in this position now. And so you're just going to have to take the L. Like, okay, I should have known better, but I didn't. And you got me. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to accept it. But I don't feel like she really got a bad edit. I just feel like she felt used and she felt like they didn't show the more balanced portions of her life. We only got to see a little bit of her business. We didn't even get to see her interact with her kids as much, which we know, like, when we, just background information, when we're scheduling our interview with Monique has to also take into account, well, I have to pick my daughter up on this day so I can, you know what I'm saying? So like, this is somebody that is actively involved in their children's life, and you just really didn't even see her interacting with her children as much as you did on Real Housewives of Potomac. So I feel like What she meant was they didn't show y'all the sides of her that you would like. They only showed her the sides of you that would piss you off because people already had that energy about her. Okay. Chris saw things that Monique was complaining about. And she says being on a reality show means you're forcing the conversation. She says her delivery wasn't always great, but that's real. And that's what people don't understand. And that's what y'all don't like. I have argued with y'all this entire season to the point of getting exhausted with even having the conversation. But I'm going to just go ahead and tell you, a lot of y'all don't have niggas, or a lot of y'all have niggas and y'all let them niggas walk all over y'all. And to keep it a buck, I think low key, these two are jealous of Monique in some respect because of the way Chris has reverence for her feelings. Next season, if they get a second season, we'll be able to see what happens in their friend group dynamic. But based on what I know about Monique from Real Housewives of Potomac, Monique is a people pleaser that likes to be a part of the clique. She wants to fit in. That's a part of herself that she still has not healed up yet, okay? So to me, she will throw someone who she believes is less valuable in this situation. She will throw them away so that she can be closer to the people that she finds more valuable in this space. Because this is not real life for real, for real. It's a reality show. My real friends aren't on the reality show. So I don't have to really worry about hurting people that really matter to me because they're not on this show like that. Okay? That's just what it is, y'all. I'm keeping it a buck about it. Like Monique is going to, you know, the same thing that happened with Candace is what is happening to me with Winter. Okay? You are going to align yourself with Ashley and Arena because they're the couples on the show. They have more longevity on this franchise in your eyes, which you couldn't. I don't even think she made that up on her own. I feel like Carlos' production, by them keeping Winter as friend of the show, even though she made the season, yeah, it makes you feel like as long as you're a part of a couple, you're going to be more important. Okay. But I feel like Ashley and Arena, because they are women that in some respect let their men walk over them, are in some ways jealous of Monique because Chris has such reverence for her feelings. When Arena started to cry, Jamie said, stop crying. Quick may have a lot of reverence for Ashley, y'all, but Quick is very petty. And I'm sorry, and I'm not saying it's about, and I only started speaking about your size when you started to act your size. You act small. You act insecure. Ashley often has to mother you. You actually make Ashley worse of a mean girl than she actually would be because you're insecure and she has to defend your insecurity. You make Ashley worse, Quick. So honestly, I feel like a lot of their interactions are Quick trying to make sure he doesn't piss Ashley off because in this life, he knows that Ashley has given up a lot. Ashley has made a lot of sacrifices. And honestly, even with him being DJ Quick, Ashley standing there is out of his league. He knows that. So he knows that he needs to do what he needs to do to make sure she's happy and that he keeps her because now he's going on, you know, this is going the tail end of life. You ain't gonna be able to keep dogging her out as these years go on. You're not. So you know you're gonna have to act accordingly. And to me, all of his energy, everything that Quick gives, let me hurry up and you know act right before Ashley, you know, get her pretty thick ass up and leave me. That's what that feels like. Okay. But either way, Ashley has spent a huge portion of her life making sacrifices for Quick. So when you look at women that won't stay in fucked up relationships long like Winter, and when you see a woman whose husband is not treating her in that same disrespectful, you know, irreverent way, you may secretly have a little animosity towards her. I think Ashley was looking for a way to knock Monique off her block this season, but realized that she couldn't really do it just yet. And that it was in everybody's best interest to make Winter the target. So that's what they did. And if they get a second season, and honestly, I hope they do. If they get a second season, I will be very interested to see what the friend group dynamic turns into, especially if y'all can't find somebody else to come in and make the bad guy. I'm very interested to see how that plays out. But Chris, y'all, Chris, I love Chris. Like, I don't even know. Like, Chris is like my guy. Like, I can't even, and this is why I always tell y'all that at the end of the day, you can't shit on Monique and then raise Chris up at the same time, because they are in actuality at this point, they are the way they are because of one another. Chris sat on that stage and told y'all that he saw things about himself that his wife had been complaining to him about for years. And he said, you know what? I bet you we won't come back for a second season and she'll still have the same complaint. And that tells me that that man has figured out that I'm going to do what I got to do to make my wife happy. That way, if she has any more complaints after that, then we're going to have a different conversation about how it's not me, it's you. But right now, I'm going to take my part, I'm going to take my lick, and I'm going to do what I got to do to make sure that my wife is good, because my wife makes sure that I'm good. Period. And I love that. I love that. I feel like no matter what anybody says, Monique is very much deserving of Chris to love her in the manner in which he loves her. Just as much as he is deserving of her love. But it's a matter of understanding where your partner is at a certain point. So understand, Chris would not be the way he is if it were not for Monique pushing him to be that way. Okay? Yes, he does have good values. He's never going to raise up on a woman like that because he's a big man and he knows how his energy comes off. So he's always going to be aware of how a big black man can come off. That's why he's not going to act like Lil Bitty quick. He's not going to act like DJ Fun Size and do all this extra shit because he knows he doesn't have to. He's already that big. He ain't got to do all of that. And it's also about his energy as a man. Yeah, I love Chris. And I really feel like I wish that Chris didn't feel how I know a lot of good black men feel. And a lot of good black men have so much sympathy and empathy for other black men. And they don't recognize that those black men don't deserve all of that grace that you give them. I see this with my cousin. I see this with my husband. Whenever there's a good black man, that good black man will give their fucked up friends so much grace. And it's because they're thinking that the friend or whoever is like them, but they don't understand that really they're not. They're not. Y'all may look the same. Y'all might come from the same upbringing. Y'all may have similarities. But how y'all treat the people that y'all love and care about matters to y'all in a way that it doesn't matter to other men. And if you can't help those men see that, and I feel like that's Chris, he's going to help you try to see your ways. But also, don't continue to make excuses the way you did for that nigga Kevin. Yes, it gave Winter the opportunity to check him in front of everybody, but you still wanted to make excuses for Kevin, Chris. And it's because you see him the way you see yourself, and you shouldn't. You should give yourself more credit. Has anybody said that you stole money from them? I don't think so, Chris. Not that I've heard of. I've only heard great things about Chris, which is why I know that Chris is not the same type of person that Kevin is. But because he has that relationship with him, he's going to find a way to sympathize. He's going to find a way to give him more grace than he should. The only person that deserves all of that grace from Chris is his wife and his kids. Those are the only people that deserve his grace like that. Okay? So yeah, shout out to Chris and shout out to Monique, because y'all like to act like that's two separate things, when at the end of the day, when you've been a couple for years like that, y'all affect each other in either a positive or a negative way. And if Chris is a better man for being with Monique, that means that Monique is a good influence on her husband, just as much as he is a good influence on her. Okay? Oh, we gonna talk about Monique giving quick grace. Yeah, I saw that. And that's about her friendship with Ashley, if nothing else. Where else am I going? Monique says, y'all only acknowledge Black women when they cry, but not when they are asking for what they want. No, because y'all base femininity on women being like white women. So if we're not like white women, and it's very, demure and all of this, resting. And first of all, I don't feel like every woman needs to be resting and feminine all the time. Bitch, everything don't need to be at a level of resting at all times. Sometimes you need all of that masculine energy that your male parent, okay, gave you. And honestly, I feel like if the men were more manly, then the women wouldn't have to be that. Okay. No. Monique is right. Monique is right. Y'all can never take when women are talking to their men strong about what they need from them, yeah, especially if they're black men with money. Y'all can never take that. What do you mean? Y'all said she bashed him because she was asking for him to understand things differently. She never said anything bad about this man like that. Nothing that most women wouldn't say about their husbands, because most men do the same thing that Chris does. If you have a wife that takes care of everything in your household, you're going to let her do it, even when she's exhausting herself doing it. She's gonna have to complain to you, and then you'll whip and shake. You'll do the thing she's asking you to do, and then you'll fall off again, and then she'll have to scream at you again in a month or two, and then you'll do it, and then you'll fall off again. Whoever has been in a long-term relationship, y'all know that this is true. For a lot of relationships, women and men will have the same arguments in their relationships over and over again sometimes, until one or the other person realizes something, and then they start to fix it. So now we don't have to have the same argument anymore. Okay. But a lot of times that happens in long-term relationships. But no, y'all do not react good when black women speak honestly about what they need or what they're not getting in relationships. Y'all don't, I mean, even white women can't tell y'all shit unless they with a black man. If a white woman is with a white man, she better shut the fuck up and deal with whatever's going on. Just as much as black women have that same relationship. And then y'all act like, we haven't been told for years what goes on in your house stays in your house. Most people aren't honest about what actually goes on, not with other people and not with themselves. So when y'all see people being honest about what they need, whether their delivery is right or wrong, they're in a relationship, they're in a marriage, you don't always talk to your husband or your wife the best way. Like, it's a relationship of intimacy. Like, there's a level of which you're going to respond how you respond in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, no, I don't think Ashley likes Monique like that either, but whatever. Yeah, no, you are absolutely right. That patriarchy propaganda got us in a chokehold, like deeply. Lady can't even say how she feel about some shit without y'all acting like she just beat her husband over the head with a brick. No, we're not gonna do that. At the end of the day, y'all responded to Monique's issues with her husband as if she was shitting on him. She's saying, no, I wasn't shitting on him. I was saying I needed this, I needed that. This is what I need in our marriage. We weren't in a good place, but it forced conversations. Now my husband is saying that he saw what he wasn't giving me, and now he's going to give it to me. So at this point, that lady got what she needed to get out of her husband, as far as we know, which is a conversation I'm going to ask her about when we interview her. But her issue with Winter and the other women is removed from that, as far as I'm concerned, because that is exactly the way y'all made her feel. I was exhausted arguing on her behalf because I understood how she felt and what she was talking about when she was talking about Chris, and how she would have to be a motivator for him. And she needed him to start self-motivating his damn self so she could focus on herself. Yeah, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see. But ultimately, what her husband said sold that up for me. Okay, so I feel like she's very much entitled to get up there and give her speech after y'all ran her through the fucking dryer, like y'all do every time a woman says something negative about a black man on reality TV. Y'all lose y'all minds every time. It never fails. Y'all did it on put a ring on it. Okay, y'all gonna act like y'all don't. Y'all gonna act like y'all don't do that. Y'all gonna act like y'all still don't buck for Martell. Like, I don't have people. Martell deserves to move on. He deserves to find someone that he wants to be with. Instead of, that nigga don't need to be with nobody because he needs to go through some extensive therapy. Okay. Listen, I think there are a lot of us out there who have been married or been in long-term relationships with men who are good men, but can be that same like laid-back personality. You can understand it. Those of you who don't. But don't sit up there and try to act like somebody is bullshitting about what they're going through just because it's not something you've ever had to deal with. I hate when y'all say that. Chris just seems like he walks on eggshells. Why do y'all think that that big ass, tall ass, strong ass man is over there scared of his wife that he is 4 times the size of? Why do y'all always ignore the fact that men are bigger and stronger than women, where y'all try to act like these women's emotions are going to cripple this man? Stop it. Let a man be a man. Let a man be a man. Let a man accept what his wife has to say, especially if he chooses to stay with her. Just like y'all tell women who choose fucked up men, you chose him. You chose him. Okay. Being in a marriage for 22 years, you're correct about how we communicate, and also what makes people think that we want to have the masculine energy. I know I wish I was this week, child, especially with Black women, but also Black women. I want you to remember, like, we did not come from patriarchal society. We came from a matriarchal society in Africa, and even matriarchal societies in the Americas before, folks came over here, because a lot of y'all love separating yourselves from being African as if melanation. Girl, all right, listen, you not from Africa. All right, girl, fine. But those of us that are descendants from West Africa, okay, everybody wasn't always looking for a nigga to tell them what to do. Like, deal with that. Deal with the fact that every woman doesn't need to be, some version of a lily white, sensitive, sweating in the sun, white woman. I don't need to show up like that all the time in order for me to be real. And for me to be a woman and feminine. My femininity doesn't always have to be falling into the arms. No, my femininity can very much be strong. It don't always have to be, quieted and diminished in order for it to be femininity. Get get that shit out your head. Get that shit out your head. Okay? No. A part of being anything is knowing your power and knowing how to wield it. Okay? And that's just because we here Sunday. We here. I came here. We're here. A strong man can handle his wife being honest with him. Thank you. A delivery does matter. You are right. And when emotions are high, you know how you can argue with your spouse. Everybody sitting up there acting like they don't never argue with that. Every conversation you have with I see somebody online, that girl was talking, I don't ever correct my husband. I don't ever correct my husband. Girl, shut the fuck up. I'm tired of all of y'all with that. Girl, go to hell. Go to hell. If the nigga need correcting, the nigga need correcting. The fuck? Not doing all of this crazy shit with y'all. All these weird ass rules y'all got for being with niggas so you can bend yourself into a pretzel so they don't have to deal with the truth of a situation. I'm tired of all of y'all. Okay? I don't care. But yes, delivery matters. Okay? So let's move on. Okay? Quick is now Ashley's husband. He's no longer DJ Quick now. He's Ashley's husband. Okay? Child, not this nigga telling us he had gout. Excuse me, acting like the gout went away. Ashley said he don't listen to nobody. I said, so you gonna wait until you an old nigga and can't use your hands? Okay. All right. Don't listen to anybody. Y'all, I can't stand a hard head motherfucker. I can't stand a hard head motherfucker. It's just, when it comes to things like your health, I can't stand it. Like, especially when you getting older. Like, oh, so you think you got time for this? Okay. You think you got time for this? Okay. Okay, girl. All right. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do? Quick talks about not being emotionally connected to Ashley and talking about how Black men were taught not to cry, man up, deal with it. I'm like, I think it's so funny that Black men throw that out there as if Black women weren't taught the same thing. I would just like to say, every time that I would cry about something, it would be, before I give you something to cry about. Stop crying before I give you something to cry about. I was told that more times than I can count in my lifetime. I was also told, hey, that's enough. Get over it. Get over it. I was told that a lot as well. I have never been a woman that has been allowed to just cry to the point that that's not even the first emotion I would go to. That's not even the emotion that I would go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't even go to cry first as a Black woman. Even if you wanted to, that cry would turn into anger so fast. And I wonder why. I wonder why. Is it because somebody was sensitive with us? Or is it because people was telling us that we needed to shut the fuck up? So I can't stand when niggas want to talk about how they were taught not to have emotion as if women weren't taught not to have emotion as well, especially black women. I heard the same shit that you heard. Nigga, stop crying. Toughen up. Get over it. I heard the same thing. Stop crying before I give you something to cry about. Who didn't hear that? What are you talking about? Okay, that wasn't just you. That wasn't just men. But I do understand when he said he didn't get emotional support because his mom died when he was 9 or 10. He said he was shot at 13 and then his dad died at 18. So he never really got that emotion until he got with Ashley. Understandable. So now instead of him having to deal with his own trauma and re-raise himself, which is what most women have to do when they're dealing with their trauma, they have to go back and re-raise themselves. But no, not you niggas. You can go and find you a woman to re-raise you. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a lot. Okay. He's making an effort though to teach his son to be something different. He talked about how, you know, he almost did that same thing with his son, telling him to man up, stop crying, you know, at something, a little sports situation, baseball game, something like that. Ashley told him to stop doing that. And then later on, he went into his son's room and he looked like he wanted to cry, and it made him want to cry because he could tell his son was trying to hold it in. So, you know, he let him cry on him, and now he allows for him to have his emotions. And I feel like that is very healthy, quick. And I'm so glad that that's where you are with it and that you are getting to that space. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for fucking Ashley, bro. I swear. Because if you ain't going to do nothing, nigga, you going to rely on Ashley. Okay? Thank God for Ashley. Because, you know, I don't know what type of childhood the babies would have if it wasn't for Ashley. Okay? But yeah, no, I'm going to give him his props for that. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because that's important to fix the issues that you see that you have so that you can move on. Please talk to your friend Jamie. Please talk to your friend Jamie quick. Because if you could recognize how your anger and your refusal to deal with your emotions, which doesn't always mean crying, you motherfuckers don't even understand that being angry is an emotion. But there are other emotions. And you should try to figure those out too. Because sometimes those are appropriate for a situation more so than your anger. So please find other emotions, good sir. Read books. I don't know. Audiobooks. I don't know, podcasts. Figure it out. Okay. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate it, Quick, but I want Quick to help Jamie, but I don't think that Jamie's gonna hear him. And that's the sad part. But I also feel like it's important for black men to check other black men. I think that's important because I think y'all often leave the black women to either fend for themselves or have to do the checking. And it's exhausting sometimes. You want people to rest in feminine and then defend themselves against you at the same time. Right. I have to compete with you, but you want me to be feminine. So which one is it? Are you feminine or am I masculine for us to be competing with one another? Or is it both? And I wonder how that happened. I saw a post today that basically said it's because y'all didn't raise y'all sons. Y'all just, you know, gave them basketballs and shit. Y'all didn't really raise them, but y'all made your daughters be responsible. You taught them how to take care of themselves and other people. And then you just kind of did everything for your sons and then told them, hey, figure out to make money so you can take care of us later on. But no developmental, mental, emotional growth in the same way you put responsibility on the girls. Thank you, Latoya Burnett Brown, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Which is why, you know what I'm saying, we can turn around and have the situations that we have in a lot of these relationships. Little quick arrogance is annoying, but I see it as an insecurity in some arrested development. Yes, Ashley is a better woman, and I'm glad it's worked out that she's getting a return on her, not her investment, her investment. Yeah, I'm listen. If that's what it feels like for her, then yes, I'm absolutely glad that she's. And I think this show is that for her. And good for her, you know. What else? What else? Carlos asked if Ashley gave up her life to raise Quick. And she says yes. And then Quick starts to answer and she kind of gives him a look. And he says, I'm sorry. I said, Quick, did you just recently cheat? Like, what is going on? Nigga, you is scared over there. It's okay. It's okay. Because I'm not trying to call you like a punk because you respecting her. That's not what it's giving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see Chris, doing that neither. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Quick, but it's giving I'm scared. But Ashley talks about how she basically didn't have a life. She gave up her life at 21. And she said, I gave up on Ashley at 21. And I said, you know what? I want a lot of y'all who want to depend on a man to take care of you to realize that that is in some respect because you do not believe in yourself that you have the capability of doing it. That's why Ashley said, I gave up on myself at 21 because she gave up on her will and her dream to make it happen for herself and then relied on him. Because he must have, he comes into her life with a better plan or something that's going to pop off quicker than her. So it seems like, okay, then I should just go ahead and give up what I want for myself because he may get me there faster. And then in the process, you lose yourself because you no longer have a young woman's life. You 21 years old, tied down to a nigga and some kids in the house while he's out being the DJ at the party your friends are going to while you're back at the house with the kids. Girl, the resentment... The resentment, girl, if you don't have it, I would be pissed if I thought about that. Ashley is still beautiful. And that is a saving grace, because if I would think about wasting my 20s, pouring into somebody else that mistreated me and still don't think about me the way I think about them. And now I'm at a point where I feel like, damn, that time should have been about me. I would be mad, not just at him, but at myself. Now, I'm glad she got her book and she went to therapy and all of that. But at the end of the day, some of Ashley's energy still feels aggressive because the resentment is still there in some respect, which is why I wonder if y'all really don't hate on Winter because Winter could leave when it's time to leave versus y'all who stay in these long-term relationships so that you can get applauded for being there so long, even though you were unhappy for most of it. Okay, somebody clip it. What else is going on? Jamie and Arena have been married for 26 years. Like I said, we applaud. And that's another thing. Please stop applauding people for being in do you applaud people for being in prison for a long time? Then stop applauding people that are in long-term relationships, even though they don't seem happy or that either of them are happy as people. Jamie doesn't look happy and Arena doesn't look happy. When they were sitting there on that stage, and y'all, I really want Jamie and Arena, because they're not going to hear me because nobody hears me, right? But I'm talking about some shit I know. Arena looks sad and depressed. And Jamie looks like he's barely holding on to his anger most of the time. That's why his facial expressions don't change, because he's learned to go dead in the face when he feels like he wants to pop off on the inside. That's why every now and again, especially when he's drinking, he loses his shit the way he does. He is abusive. And the fact that they refuse to admit it, even when he sat on the stage and did the quotation marks when he said, oh, they want to call me controlling or angry. My nigga. You are. And when I say you have no self-awareness, you don't even understand how the shit you say on the show, the shit you say on Twitter reinforces that. It's not Arena. It's not the viewers, nigga. It's you. And you don't even see it. You don't even hear yourself when you say things. I've only heard other abusive niggas say that they made their woman. He said, and it's another thing, they kept saying painting pictures in a narrative so that y'all can try to invalidate the way people are seeing y'all. Okay, got it. We're good. We're good, girl. So there's a narrative about Jamie being controlling or angry, quotation marks. Jamie admits he is the way he is because of his upbringing. So If you're going to admit that you are the way you are, do us all a favor and stop telling us that we're lying. You're gaslighting the shit out of the public and your wife when you act like what you're doing isn't what you're doing while admitting that that's what you're doing. What are you talking about, Jamie? Arena says he was controlling at the beginning. He controlled the finances. She didn't have a social life, but now she's speaking up for herself more. That's what she said. Okay, which makes me feel like he is still controlling. He's just not as controlling, because as these niggas get older and you get a little bit more of your energy back, they'll calm down, especially as they get older, because they get scared you're going to leave them. Men who are a lot of times in these abusive relationships, they form trauma bonds and codependency on the women that they're with. They may be controlling and abusive to those women, but they do not want those women to go anywhere. Okay, so there's also a fear that they may get left. It doesn't stop them from treating them badly, but there is absolutely a fear that that woman will decide to leave, especially if that woman is still beautiful like Arena, somebody that could go move on and find another man very quickly because she has kept her aesthetic up. She's not somebody that ain't nobody gonna want. He may tell her that, but we know that that's not the truth. So I personally feel like, okay, Jamie does a lot of gaslighting. And I feel like it is very much an abusive relationship. It is. I think that y'all personalities see to it that y'all are in an abusive relationship. Y'all, my bars keep going down. That's why I keep going off camera. Okay. Jamie is aggressive and was raised by an aggressive parent. Arena has been made to feel like she needs to be a perfectionist. She's also, like a B personality, meaning that she's going to follow other people, which means she doesn't have a mind of her own. It is what it is. In some people you have to. Some people you have to, like, you got to press them. You got to let them know. You got to let them know. And I'm telling y'all, Ashley pressed Quick. That's why Quick is acting like he got sense. Because there's at some point when a woman can completely say, you know what? You think I'm to play with? Fuck you. And she really believed that shit in her spirit. That nigga gonna act right quick. Especially long-term relationships like this. So I feel like it would only take Arena to believe that she could get what she wanted to get out of him as long as she was willing to let him go, if it meant letting him go. But because she can't do that, it's just going to be what it's going to be until she gets tired. And I don't know if she's ever going to be tired, because it's 26 years. So he's going to get tired, but he's still going to be mean. And she's still going to want to cry a lot. Because it ain't just, it's how he talked to her too. It's how he talked to her too. You could tell. But him controlling the finances, he says, and this is another thing I didn't like. So if that was 12 years ago and it hurts you to bring up the cheating, why did you need to spray her and say that she was irresponsible and you paid her bills and made her to be the woman she is? That's a boss. So you feel like you created her? Yes, I did. Arena, do you feel like he created you? Yeah, I do feel that way. Oh, you do? Even though your mama and your daddy's sperm and egg is what created you, ma'am, you are already a fully formed living human being by the time Jamie came into your life. And you really gonna sit up here and give this nigga all the rights to making you? To creating who you are as a woman? That's a problem. Y'all, that's a problem. I know y'all love y'all relationships and shit. I get it. I love mine. But what I have learned is you have got to be your own person. In that relationship, you have got to be your own person. You have got to have shit you like to do. You got to have time where you do shit separate from your person. You have got to have your own life going on so you don't lose shit. Okay? While giving that person everything they need. Because look at the way Ashley and Arena have basically lived out their lives, giving and giving and giving, and now feeling like they got took because they shouldn't have never had to give that much. Because they should have never had to offer up that much of themselves to be in these relationships. That's why it hurts now. Because you should never have to do that. Because y'all don't make the men do that. You don't make them give up their dreams and what they want for themselves so that they can be married or have children. And y'all act like because women have babies that means this shit is different, but it's not. No, we're still whole human beings with feelings and emotions, dreams, aspirations, things that only we can do for ourselves. Okay? Yeah, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself in these situations. A lot of times you'll be surprised how your men will respond if only you will say what it is and mean that shit. I'm telling y'all, like, but you got to do it. You got to stop feeling so scared. You got to say what it is, you know, or run, whichever it is, do something. Okay. But anyway, I didn't like the way he sprayed her about the financial situation. Um, she probably was spending your money to get a reaction out of you. She probably was spending because she was upset with you in some respect. Probably the only way she could have a good time. If she didn't have no social life, all she could do is shop. She probably ain't gonna say that to you, but I bet you any money Arena was sitting up there feeling like, nigga, the reason why I was shopping so much is because you ain't let me have no motherfucking friends. I couldn't do shit else. What else I was gonna do but spend your money? What else was there for me to do that you was gonna let me do? Okay. What else? They discuss Arena talking to other men, and she has to let it be known, that she was talking to other men in response to him. But he gonna sit up there and talk about she was talking to 3 men, inappropriate conversations. One of the dudes I knew, and I just couldn't believe that. And you know what? I was ready to go to jail. And this happened 12 years ago. So that's why I want to talk about, because I still get mad. And I was just like, Jamie, if you think I give a fuck about your feelings when I know good and goddamn well you probably had cheated on that lady with way more than three people. I bet you any money you had cheated on that lady with more than 3 people by the time you saw those 3 conversations in her phone, which is probably why you started coming home and acting a little bit better, because you felt like you might get stolen. But you still probably acted a fucking fool and made her feel guilty about it later on. And that's especially because she never caught you. She never had any real evidence on you, and you use that to your advantage when you make her feel bad about what she was doing. When you know good and goddamn well when you wasn't answering your phone and you wasn't coming home until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, that you probably was in between somebody's legs and it wasn't hers. Tell the truth. Don't sit up here and be one-sided about it, because that's what you was doing. And she let you. You kept talking over her. Does Arena, Carlos asked this question. I didn't like the way he asked this question. Does Arena paint Jamie like a bad husband? Puts all of the responsibility for his image on her. Misogynistic to the nth degree. Also very dangerous if he does decide to get real bad with her sometimes. And I'm not saying that happens, y'all. I'm not. But I do feel like when she said he never put his hands on her, I said, but when he got upset with you outside of that rental property, he was pushing you and doing little shit physically, play fighting. He play fought with you when you were upset with him. Am I lying? And I'm not trying to blow that out of proportion. Make me very clear. But what I'm saying is, when a man play fights with his wife when she's angry, it's because he's trying to stop himself from being even more physical with her. Because men who are never physical with their wives don't even really play like that. Deal with it. Deal with it. And look, hey, I'm full of shit. I'm bullshitting. I'm not telling the truth. I'm putting 20 on 10. Okay. Whatever, it's my channel. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, and that's how I feel about it. Quick says Jamie was wrong for checking Arena in front of people and yelling at her in front of everybody. Jamie did not like that. Quick kind of held him a little bit too, and was like, nah, bro, but the way people are always around watching, and the way you did her, that wasn't cool. Quick said I would never argue in front of anybody. And I was like, Ashley and Quick, we right here on that. I don't like that shit neither. I do not like arguing in front of people like that. I might go back and forth in front of my mom or something. I even stopped doing that. I don't, not like, especially at this age, I don't even really argue like that. I just shut down until we can have a conversation. But I'm not arguing outside of this house or, in front of other people with my husband. I'm not doing that. You know why? Because you're never going to be able to say that I disrespected him in your face and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not for real, for real. Now, well, y'all know we ain't been on live drunk and all of that type of shit. You can feel how you want to feel. Nobody loves and takes care of Lyric better than me. Period. So I'm not about to like deal with that for nobody. But I just still feel like in real life, if me and my husband are out and about and we get into it, I'm going to be mute and quiet until we get home. I am not arguing with you in public. Okay. And I'm telling y'all that when he was doing that shit with the physical and play, and nudging her and all of those little things he was doing when they were in conflict, that to me felt like trying to restrain a little bit of your angst. Okay. And I could be wrong, but it's just how I see it. I hope I'm wrong. I'll be wrong. I'll be happy to be wrong about this because this shit not cool. But I also feel like I know what I'm looking at. But whatever. Also, please stop saying you're human. You don't need to tell us that. I hate when people say I'm human as a way to not be accountable for shit they've done. Everybody's human, my nigga. Everybody here is human. Nobody is without fault. Okay? So stop acting like you doing the shit you do is okay because you're human. I hate when people say that shit. That's not a response for fucking up. Say I fucked up. Say I made a mistake. Don't keep telling me you human as a way to not be accountable for what you did. Hey, Scotty. Listen, I stopped watching the show after episode 2 or 3, but I looked at that reunion and child, he obviously abusive in some kind of way, and they are definitely not happy. Girl, Scotty, that lady looks so sad behind the eyes. The way he kept talking over her, like, he don't even hear what he be saying. Like, he don't see it. And we all supposed to sit up there like we Ashley and act like we don't see it. Do y'all see the way Ashley responds every time Jamie does something out of pocket? When Jamie grabbed her face, when Jamie said that he created her, Ashley is like, she'll be looking and then she'll go dead in the eyes. And she goes dead in the eyes because I feel like on the inside, she wants to react, but she's not going to because she don't want to cause no issue. She don't want to cause no issue, and she damn sure don't want to be the person in front of Jamie to say anything. Even if she has, you don't want to be. So whenever he says or does something, watch Ashley's face and how Ashley go dead in the eyes. I also paid attention how during conversations, like especially when Quick was talking about his not dealing with his emotions and being better with his son and all of that, they kept putting the camera on the other men. Every time he was talking, Chris was shaking his head because he understood. It's somebody that's empathizing, shaking his head. Y'all, Jamie's head does not move. The facial expression is the same. He doesn't shake his head. It's nothing. He doesn't move. You know why? Because he's not empathizing. That's why. He's not empathizing. He doesn't agree. And he doesn't want you to know. So when Ashley is watching him do the shit and wants to say something, she does the same thing. Not here. And then she just act like she's not there. Everybody act like they're not there. That's what y'all do every time he did something. Talking about, I was just trying to, no. You don't need to pull her face. You don't need to talk, like, you don't need to do any of that. You could have just walked away. You could have been like, hey, you're doing too much, so I'm walking away now. And that would have done it. Why did you have to grab her face? Because you are already used to physically moving her when you feel the need to. And I'm not saying, and I want to be clear, I'm not saying this man is beating on this lady, but he's already moving her and being physical with her when she's doing something that isn't making him happy. That's a sign to me that in private, you may not be as contained. So don't sit on this fucking stage and use quotation marks when you talk about being controlling or being angry while admitting to it. Don't play in my face like that. Gaslighting the shit out of everybody. Not me. I'm going to call it how I see it. And then if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong. That's fine. let's get into Windsor. Let's get into Windsor. Okay. Let's get into Windsor. I hate having this up without Windsor there, but I don't feel like, because the internet's acting funny. So I don't want to pull nothing else up. But next reunion show, I'm gonna get a shot of them at the reunion so it can have everybody there. Okay. Windsor loved her friend of the show sign. Hilarious. Loved it. Windsor says when she met Kevin, she was a relationship coach. Now she's a life coach. Okay, Ashley. So I'm sorry, Windsor. Windsor, we're gonna have to admit you were a relationship coach until everybody made you feel like a fool because you were in that relationship with Kevin. And you probably did some searching on the inside and felt like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be a relationship coach. Maybe I should just try to help coach people in life. Because hey, I have my shit together, meaning that I'm not no broke, needing a man to take care of me as bitch. I'm taking care of myself. I know how to take care of myself. Just how I knew to leave a cheating man, okay? And give me another man who was spending a lot of money on me. He acted a fool and I left his ass real quick. And now I'm good by myself. I'm on national television. I have a cute little song out. My children are grown and well developed and mentally, emotionally and shit. I am very articulate. I've been through a lot, but I can show somebody something. And it's because some people just have a gift with the way they communicate things. And I think Windsor is one of those people. So I think she was, and because her family was in a ministry, I think she was going to always be in that sector in some way, shape, or form. But Windsor changed once she got on the show and didn't want to keep it a buck about that as far as I'm concerned. Okay? That was, I'm not keeping it a buck, has been Winter's pitfall on this show. Even though to me, breakout star, pitfall, not being able to keep it a buck about how you're really feeling. And that is hard. A lot of people can't do it. They come on reality, they think they can do this shit. It takes a special type of person to be able to be bluntly honest and then tell people fuck you when it comes to them coming at you about you being honest. That's not an easy thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, gotta get something out of the chain. Okay. Ashley called Winter a hypocrite, hiding behind being a church lady. Ashley has her aggressive Ashley cue cards. She thought she was doing something smart here. Shirley, you can't be serious. Thank you for the super chat. Bondi, your Women of Candor speech was beautiful and brought me to tears. I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ashley thought she was doing something with them cue cards, but Ashley, I'm here to tell you that it didn't give what you thought it was supposed to give. It did not give what you thought it was supposed to give, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you were conflating issues, and I can't stand a motherfucker trying to hold somebody to task, and they're conflating issues and not holding them to task specific enough for me. Okay, so let's see. Ashley checks Winter about saying she was a relationship coach, then tweeting that Ashley came at her over some shit that wasn't facts. Okay, Ashley, points. At the end of the day, Winter did say she was a relationship coach. So you can't act like everybody's coming at you off of misinformation because you did say you were, in fact, a life coach. A relationship coach. That's what you said. So yeah, if people are now asking, how can you be a relationship coach and you did not see that Kevin was not right, okay? Why couldn't you express what Winter later expressed, which was because he caught her in the church way? I think she didn't get a chance to express that because before she could even get it out, Quick at the dinner table decided he wanted to start making fun of her. Do y'all not remember Quick saying, oh, that's just like when, the hairstylist, they never have their hair done. The girl that do nails, they nails never be done. Quick was trying to be the life of the party because he is insecure in his way of being the life of the party, okay, was to make fun of Winter, which I find very ridiculous for you as a man to think is cute or entertaining for you to basically make fun of a woman, shame, and I don't want to say shame, but you were trying to make her feel bad. You were trying to clown her in front of everybody. You were trying to embarrass her. And Ashley, I think Ashley might have had better, like I think her shit was really trying to understand how you gonna say this if this and this, which we all were questioning. We understood Ashley. That's why I said quick makes Ashley worse, because I think we all understood what Ashley was asking and why she was asking it that way. But the way Quick was trying to embarrass Winter by making everybody laugh at her, yeah, you were going to get the response that you got from her. Even during the scene, you can tell that Winter kept trying to laugh it off and act like it was all good. But I felt like if I were at the table, I would have been like, what the fuck is going on right here? I'm just being like honest about what I went through, but I'm really starting to feel like y'all are coming at me. Like, yes, I was in a relationship with a nigga that pulled the wool over my eyes. Why are y'all looking for a reason to blame me for that? Why are y'all looking for a reason to blame me for why he's a liar? What's that about? Because that's what was happening. And I feel like the only reason they did that to her is because it was easy. They thought it was, it was low-hanging fruit to try to make fun of Winter for being with a scammer. She's just a friend to the show. It's a way to have a little quick, cute, quippy conversation, little shade, and that's just going to be that. But no, y'all were nasty about it. Y'all were making fun of her for something that was still hurtful for her in the moment. And nobody had reverence for that. She didn't need to tell y'all her life story, Monique, in order for y'all to be sensitive to her. Like you said, Black women shouldn't have to be crying in order for you to recognize that they have emotions about shit. Didn't you say that? Okay, then. Understand that when it came to Winter and not needing to cry on anybody's shoulder in order for somebody to have some sensitivity about the fact that the man she's still married to lied to her and his business partners. And now it's being investigated and got the police showing up to her house where her kids are there. Like that's something she signed up for. Come on. Come on. But yeah, no. Winter absolutely changed it up, talking about I dabbled. That was bullshit. It was more than dabbled, okay? But they made you feel so bad about it. They clowned you so bad. You felt like you maybe needed to change some shit. Okay? And that's fucked up to me, but it's the realization of the situation. Okay, Ashley conflates issues. She wasn't being called a mean girl for calling her a relationship expert. So Ashley kept saying, how am I a mean girl if I'm asking you a question? How am I a mean girl? Girl, she said, well, it was the delivery. It doesn't matter how I deliver it. It doesn't. So if the delivery isn't that matters and it's only facts, you shouldn't be upset about somebody calling your husband DJ Fun Size. The nigga is short. That's a fact. Why are you mad if it ain't about delivery? Calling him DJ Fun Size ain't doing nothing but calling him DJ Lil Nigga, okay? It's true. It's a fact. Why are we mad if it's not about delivery, Ashley? Talk to me. I want to know. If it's not about delivery. Child, Winter better than me. Winter says you were a mean girl because of your delivery. Ashley says that doesn't matter. She was speaking facts when asked, how are you a relationship coach? Well, I just went through that. Okay. Winter said something about the gutter Barbies' husbands, and all hell broke loose. Ashley starts going in on Winter about what she said. Everyone is ignoring the fact that Winter was responding to what they said and did to her at the vegan dinner. Okay? Even Monique says that, and Monique, oh, I love that wording, bitch. I love that wording, but I clocked it. Monique said that Winter was triggered. Remember that word? They used that word a million times when they was talking about you on Real Housewives of Potomac. Winter was triggered at the vegan dinner. And ever since then, things have just been happening. I don't like the way you said that. That takes all of the accountability out of the fact that Ashley and Arena were being nasty towards Winter from the gate. They were being nasty to her from the gate. Why are we starting in the middle instead of starting at the beginning? Why is that? Why do we keep doing that? That's annoying as fuck to me. For everybody to keep acting like what Arena, not even really Arena, because Arena did later ask her if she was a scammer and acted like that shit was cute. Then you raised up on her talking about, oh, that's Baltimore. No, honey. That's you learning something from your husband when you get angry, right? You had to physically dominate in some way during the argument, because that's how you learn to argue over these 26 years with Jamie, by forcing your dominance in some respect, right? So when you got into that argument with Winter and you couldn't take the fact that she was basically telling you, my husband cheated just like yours did, and you felt like, no, bitch, it's not the same. Jamie ain't had no kids on me. Okay. Winter did hold her own, but I would curse their asses out is what I'm saying. Okay. Winter, Monique basically threw Winter under the bus for the rest of the reunion, as far as I'm concerned, saying that, you know, she thought that she was credible. At the end of the day, where Winter wasn't being honest is not with Monique. Honestly, she was too honest with you. That's the problem. She wasn't honest with the other women about fully what she said. But I don't like the way when Monique says it, she acts as if now they understand that Winter was lying and the things that Ashley and Arena were doing to Winter weren't really happening. And that's what I don't like. Because to me, I don't care how you slice it. Arena and Ashley said fucked up shit to Winter, and Winter called their husbands Red Light Special and DJ Fun Size. Okay? Red Light Special came from something that Arena already said about her mouth about her own husband, because she's always looking for somebody to sympathize with her. First of all. Second of all, Ashley, you said on the very first episode that you heard rumors about your husband. So why the fuck are we on this show acting like Winter is the only person that said there were rumors about DJ Fun Size? And another thing, y'all can play all y'all want to, but y'all know good and goddamn well that if somebody sprays information about another person's husband and they ain't got nothing to do with the situation, y'all gonna bash the fuck out that person. Y'all are not gonna be like, oh, at least she kept it real. At least she said what it was. No, y'all not. That's why Winter nor Melody will ever come out with the information that they may have on these husbands, because then they will be the bitter bitch that's trying to drag everybody's relationship down. Because you call them that anyway, just because they point out that these men are no different than the men that they left. Because that's what y'all was trying to do, right? Y'all husbands is so different. I thought it was so funny when Ashley was like, you said that you didn't want me to talk about your ex-husband because he wasn't there to defend himself, right? You know, that's the father of your kids, right? Well, what the fuck is Quick? I said, Ashley, one of your kids, from what you said. Okay, you can still be mad. But one of your kids, Ashley, from what you said. Okay? But you know, it's cool. I understand. Don't nobody want nobody talking about their husband. I get that. But I also feel like you can't give people ammunition and then get mad when they say something when you on a reality show. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all are not in a regular situation. Y'all are on a reality show. Jamie, Arena, Quick, Ashley. Y'all are the only people that can't seem to understand that people are going to have something to say about you simply because you're on a reality show. If y'all were not on this reality show, nobody would really be talking about y'all's relationships at all. Nobody would care. I didn't even know who y'all were before y'all got on the show. So I personally feel like y'all know this comes along with the territory, correct? So for Jamie and Arena to think that they was going to get on this show and we wasn't going to see their issues, and come on, Ashley, you know that Quick is messy. You know that Quick likes to yap off at the mouth, which is why you had to have your hand over him the whole fucking time you was arguing with Winter, because you needed him to let you handle it, because he was going to make himself look like a fucking fool, right? Come on, girl. Come on, you know that. So you know when he got his ass on social media, like y'all dragged the shit with Winter on Twitter. Another thing. To me, I feel like y'all dragged it. Winter might have said Ashley came for her. Ashley, you did come for her. You did. You and your little husband came for her. And it's out of y'all own insecurities at the end of the day. Ashley, you could have asked your questions without your husband doing what he was doing. And then you felt the need to defend him thereafter. And it was a response to him doing too much as far as I'm concerned. Quick wanted to argue with Winter so bad. But when Kevin was in the room, Quick was quiet. When Kevin was in the room, Quick was quiet. But see, now Quick got all that mouth for Winter's homeboy, right? So Winter will go live often after the shows. And I believe one of the people she'll have come on the show is her homeboy. They calling him Toothless. I think he may have a lisp or something like that, if I recall correctly. But I don't think he's toothless, okay? DJ Richie Sky, I don't think he's really toothless. I think he might have a lisp. Okay, thank you, Kendra, for the super sticker. But either way, that is neither here nor there. Of course, when Winter gets all live with her friends to talk about the show, they're going to defend their friend. That's what they do. Just like Arena defends you, just like Ashley defends Quick, they're going to defend their friend on Instagram Live. If you don't like what they have to say, don't watch the fucking live, Ashley. But people going to say whatever they want to say. I don't know where y'all get it from thinking at this juncture you're going to be able to tell somebody what the fuck to say. Okay? Yeah, no, Quick absolutely made himself fair game. I don't see nobody trying to like really jump. And only reason we talking about Jamie, we're not even talking about Jamie in respect to the arguments with anybody else but him and Arena. And that's the way it was supposed to be. Anything with the men was supposed to be from their relationships with their women, not from them getting into it with another woman on the cast. Quick. Him talking about he a bitch ass, doing all of this extra shit. And let me tell you something. You might want to act like you were cursing at her friend who wasn't there, but you were cursing at her. You were being aggressive with her. So when Chris told you that you needed to calm the fuck down, they edited something out. I think they edited shit out. I think they edited a lot of that interaction out, in my opinion, because Chris was responding before we saw him really hype up. And then we saw him hype up, and Ashley had to have her hand on him the entire time. And the nigga was sitting there like sweating, like he wanted to jump out of his seat or something. And so when Winter got on Twitter and said she felt like she might have needed security, how y'all gonna sit up there and act like that lady wrong for that? Monique, I heard you got, I didn't see it, but I heard you out on Twitter to defend Quick and to act like he would never do anything like that. And I just want to remind you that Quick is not Chris. So now you're doing the same thing that Chris does, comparing himself to the lesser than niggas, right? Because I feel like you're thinking about the way they tried to make Chris out to seem like he needed to be held back by security by Giselle. I feel like a lot of times you're seeing your version of what happened on Real Housewives of Potomac and thinking it's the same thing. Let me be very clear. Chris has never yelled at a woman or talked to a woman the way Quick talked to Winter on that stage. Those were not the same types of situations for me. I did not feel like Chris needed to be restrained. Even when Chris stood up, I don't feel like Chris was getting ready to go over to anybody. I didn't feel like he was yelling and screaming in that same respect. Quick seemed like he was damn near out of control of himself. That's why his wife needed to hold him down like he was in a fucking seat belt. Okay? So for me, I feel like you were projecting because you felt like that situation was like what happened with Chris at the reunion show on Real Housewives of Potomac, where they really did put 20 on 10, making it seem like Chris was going to hurt some woman. So I understand why you felt that way, but you were wrong in this situation because Quick absolutely was giving way too much aggressive energy towards Winter. And she had every right to say that maybe she should have brought security based off of the way Quick responded to her on that stage. She had every right to say that, not only just because of what happened, but because your husband had to tell him to calm down. So you know somebody felt like he was doing too much. Shit. I mean, wasting my drink and shit. Okay, shit. Okay. Winter kept her cool the whole time they cursed at her, though. The whole time they was cursing at her and calling her the lowest of the low. I said, the lowest of the low? For calling him DJ Fun Size and Red Light Special, that's the lowest of the low. Y'all don't know nothing about the lowest of the low. Y'all don't know nothing about the lowest of the low if you think that's the lowest of the low. Winter said she got receipts on some shit. Pictures, text messages, all of that shit. Winter, I'm going to have a conversation with you, and you ain't got to give me no receipts, but you know, I just want to know how you came to the receipts. If we can just find that out, like, how did you get these receipts? You don't have to show them to me, but tell me how you got them. That's all. But she was like, what are we upset? How am I the lowest of the low? What? Call my friend. Call him. Call him on the phone quick. Tell him what you gotta say. I believe her too. I believe her too. Uh Winter said that people were just sending them to her in her DMs. I believe her. Because Quick did too much on Carlos' show. I bet you any money that people started really sending her information on Quick after the way they saw Quick treat her. And after Quick acted a fool on Carlos' show. Quick little ass was bouncing all over that stage with excitement to continue the nastiness going towards Winter. He was so upset. She called him DJ Fun Size. Nigga, you is short. Admit it to yourself and move on so you can stop being so triggered. You are way too bothered by that. And I feel like you were even more bothered because Ashley laughed when she heard it the first time. Your wife laughed. And then you called my husband DJ Fun Size. I know I laughed, but oh my God. Girl, if the nigga shot, he shot. Ain't nothing wrong with a shot nigga. As long as you happy with him, as long as he is wearing your ass out, okay? Because look, ain't nothing wrong with a short nigga now. Ain't nothing wrong with it, girl. They don't call him Fun Size for nothing. It's still fun. Okay? He could have a donkey leg for all we know. He's way too insecure about it, though. Way too insecure about it. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I told my husband because then people gonna be mad at me. He was this close. He was this close to not being a regular sized person. It's how big his head is. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let it go. I'm sorry. Yes. No, I don't want the receipts. I don't need the receipts on them ladies' husbands. I'm gonna tell y'all that. I don't like being the first to break no type of bullshit like that. Okay? I just want to know how you got I just want to know how you got the receipts. Send them to me so I can see them. Send them to me. Email me. Okay? She goes, super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker, boo. Okay. Before the season even premiered. Oh my God, it's so messy. Everybody that runs into Quick should call him DJ Fun Size from now on. No, don't do that to that man, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not cool. I'm gonna talk shit about him because I'm reviewing this show and they made me mad. I'm emotionally invested. But in real life, I don't give a fuck. In real life, I don't give a fuck. They was big mad. And I'm just like, why did y'all get on this reality show? Do y'all not know how people gonna tag y'all ass? Like, what did you think was gonna happen, y'all? Like, Monique needed to go through intensive therapy after they finished whooping her ass after Real Housewives of Potomac. What did y'all think was gonna happen, y'all? I do not understand those other two couples. They really don't get it. Like, they're going to talk about you. Jamie, you arguing with people on Twitter is just reinforcing how they feel about you. Because you never feel like you're wrong for anything you do. If anything, you get online and tell people, yeah, I did that to Arena. And what? That's your attitude. It only makes it worse. Y'all need to get somebody to handle y'all Twitter. Like, just keep doing your little TikToks, but y'all gonna have to learn how to ignore what everybody has to say if you're gonna be on this show. I know it's hard. But like, do your little live every now and again, get it off your chest. But don't be sitting up here going back and forth with every fucking person that at you on Twitter. Y'all are wasting y'all time with that. And y'all love doing that. Y'all on the comments. Y'all be doing a lot. And I just kind of feel like if you was gonna come on a reality show, you needed to understand, especially as adults, that people are gonna talk cash money shit about y'all. So at some point, you was gonna have to be able to detach from the comments. And y'all don't seem to be able to do that. Because I'm coming at y'all with what I feel like is only what y'all have shown us. And he was even going off on Martell. How? What you mean? When was Jamie going off on Martell before I get out of here? Before I get out of here, Prosperity Thick, I know you was probably on Twitter. What happened? Before I get out of here, let us know. He'll be arguing all of his days. I know Danny from Quicksilver's radio show calls him DJ Fun Size every time she sees him. That is hilarious. If he was so mad, why is he so mad about it? Like, nigga, if you're short, you're short. It's okay. Everybody wasn't meant to be tall. about the way they dress. Okay, so wait, Jamie was going off on Martell about the way he dresses. Is that what it is? I don't think people know what they're getting into when they go on these shows. I don't think so either, but I feel like I don't understand how you don't understand that people are going to talk about you. That's the base level of this shit. People are going to talk about you. You have to be able to not read the shit, ignore it, act like it's not there. That's the only way you can survive it. But actually trying to fight every person that is noticing the cracks in the cement, y'all are gonna tire y'all selves out. Because the more y'all fight it, the more we see the cracks. Especially Jamie and Arena. Also, quick, we see how insecure you are still to this day. That's why I feel like a lot of the way you respond to Ashley is not so much out of love, but out of, or more out of respect and fear. Like you respect her for what she's done for you and you love her, but you fear losing her. So you are constantly in the mode of, I can't lose her. Because at some point I may not be able to use my hands and she's the only one that's gonna wipe my ass. So I need not lose her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that energy feels like to me. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm fine. I know Danny was Quicksilver's radio show. Oh yeah, you said that. You said that. Reality shows have been around long enough. They know they're not self-aware and they go on reality TV. In the words of Karen Hugo, I only judge you on what you give me. Okay, that's old. Carlos pitted them against each other to who's the better judge. Oh, okay. Like I said, DJ, but even still, like that's something you shouldn't even really engage in. That's something you should laugh on. The fact that Carlos could get y'all to go at each other over who dressed the best, like nigga, put on some socks. Like I said, DJ Miniature Pony was a couple inches away from him. I'm leaving y'all alone. I'm not doing that with you. Okay, Rondi, look up quick radio show. His co-host being blasted by him. Okay, I'll look it up. I think Winter really went into this a little naive, but has learned much. I think so too. I think everybody went into it, even Monique being naive. I think everybody did. Because they don't know like how unpredictable reality TV is, first of all, but also how executive producers like Carlos know that the people on their shows kind of thrive when those people are going through stress. So I believe that they create an environment when people are on these shows and taping for social media to be greatly a part of the show because it keeps shit going. It's just not a good thing. I remember back in the day they used to try to keep y'all off of social media while the shows were on. And now it's like, it's free. Everybody's just on social media telling on themselves constantly. Okay. Let's see. Monique offered up couples she knew, but only in social settings. She didn't offer up true friends because she doesn't want TV to ruin a marriage of a true friend. I agree. And also, everybody is not made for reality TV. Meaning a lot of your friends ain't made for that shit and they don't need to be on reality TV. Everybody don't need to be on reality TV. To me, only special people can get on reality TV and do that shit. That's not for everybody. Me personally, I don't want y'all in my business like that. I tell enough. I don't need nobody in my life like that. That's too much to me. And I also don't want my life opened up for critique by people. That's why I don't want to be on no fucking reality TV show. But you ain't finna critique my life. Fuck you. Okay? But I'm also not going to put myself in on that stage for you to critique it. Because if I did, then I would understand it's going to be critique. So I'm either going to ignore the critique or let it destroy me. Okay? And I don't get why Monique went into it naive. She had previous experience on the other show. What was the difference? Ask yourself, what was the difference between the last show and this show? What's the difference? I'll keep it a buck. I think Monique thought because Andy and Bravo were white and the way they tried to make her and Chris out to be aggressive, she thought her bad experience was due to racism and colorism on that show in some respect. Maybe not colorism because she never wanted to admit to that, even though that's the reason why they treated her the way they treated her. I'm talking about the girls. But to me, I feel like she thought she was going to get a better deal with Carlos because I think up until recently, people thought that Carlos might have handled situations differently. I think when Real Housewives of Atlanta shit went down, and if y'all don't know, your reality TV show history, Carlos used to be an executive producer on Love and Hip Hop. Carlos was executive producer on Real Housewives of Atlanta during the prime seasons, baby. Okay, especially the season when Phaedra lied and said that Candy was trying to, do whatever they said she was trying to do to Portia. Y'all remember that? Well, everybody blamed Phaedra, but they also blamed Carlos. After that, Carlos kind of went away in some respects for a little while. And then he came back with Love and Marriage Huntsville, Bell Collective. These shows did very good. And we didn't see any signs of Carlos being nasty, right? Or him doing anything like that had happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I think everybody thought because he had been through something, he went away for a while, his redemption moment, like everybody is seeing Carlos as like this redemption moment right now because he is on fucking fire. Okay? Say what you want to say. He's on fire. Okay? So I feel like, yes, people thought they were safer with him. As a Black gay man, I think those Black women thought they were safer with him than they were with the white gay man. And what they figured out is, no, we're actually not. Okay? Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. You know what I'm saying? There probably are moments where Carlos definitely is better than an Andy. But for most of the part, I think as it pertains to the women on those shows, no, I don't think there is much difference. But I do think that the women thought that there was going to be a difference. I think we all did. I think we all thought something had changed, but I think over time everybody has realized, no, it's it's what it was. It's just that now he's in control of it. And hey, good for him. Like I said, Carlos gives us great TV. But I think it takes a level of deviancy in order to create the environment for that type of reality TV show shit to, to grow. And like I said, let's not forget, the one time I remember seeing Carlos for like the first time was on Love. And I'm talking about seeing him behind, like, because I had never seen him when he was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But when Carlos was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the scene when Stevie J and Scrappy got into the fist fight, sucker bitch, y'all remember? Jocelyn and Erica rolling around in the bushes and shit. Stevie J got dragged by by security, okay, and Scrappy. Okay, y'all remember that? Carlos was in that scene trying to hold Erica and Jocelyn back for their life, okay? He learned from the fucking best how to create volatile environments for reality TV shows. He is impeccable at it. But it gives very much Agent of Chaos, and it does give, you can only trust them so much because they're going to put you in situations to anger you. And that's what it is, in my opinion. And like I said, I've been saying it this whole time. I could be wrong, but I'm just going to call it how I see it. That's how I saw it. Okay. All right, y'all. I've been on here long enough. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the live. I missed y'all. I'll be back tomorrow for P Valley. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, become a member, all those things. I fuck with y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.